So, you've been playing Logan for about 13 years, approximately,
Yeah.
6 movies or so. How, as an actor, do you keep the character consistently fresh?
It really has to come from script, and the source material for this script is from my favorite of the comic book series, the Samurai Story, the Japanese saga, and that's one I've been wanting to make for 13 years. I actually first read it when I was in the trailer making X-Men 1. Brian Singer didn't want anyone reading comic books. He was afraid we'd come with a big sort of two-dimensional performance or something. And so people were it was like contraband, people handing him around. And so I read this and I said, this is the movie. So in a way, my enthusiasm for this was massive. My desire to make a movie that was really central to the character that had been set up in the comic book. For what I saw, that darker, more interior, the berserker rage, all these things that made him unique and flawed and interesting and layered were here. So it wasn't so much about being fresh, this was about being just so excited to finally dig my teeth into the character.
As a film, it's very different than the X-Men movies or even the last Wolverine film, but for you, what do you think the crucial differences are? The main difference.
It starts with the title. The fact that we call it the Wolverine, as opposed to Wolverine 2 or X-Men something something Wolverine. This is a more intimate, interior character study. Yes, it has big action. Yes, it's fun and cool, but you really get to understand who he is. And tonally, I think we're a little darker and not afraid to let the movie sit for a while, not just be sort of wall-to-wall action, but have a chance to really sort of explore who he is.
And because it was so personal for you, do you have do you feel the need to put some added input into, I don't know, the script, or just, because you are Wolverine, so
Right.
It's got to be kind of precious to you.
Yeah, one of the biggest things was having Jim Mangold, the director, because one thing I know about myself is everybody, I don't care how many times you played a part or how well you know it, having someone who really knows you and knows the character and knows how to get the best out of you there, like Jim does with me, he did not leave me alone. Trust me, there was no oh, you do your thing, man, I'll worry about everything else. He was on me every day. And I think he got the best performance out of me that I've had playing this part. And that, that's important. And I think I learn new things about him every day. That's why the character's been around for 50 years as a comic book character, and why for 13 years he's been around in film. I think he's just one of the more interesting.
And I know it's tough to look ahead, but what do you think is next for Logan? You're in the next X-Men, I know, but beyond that, are you interested in continuing the character?
Yeah. Right now I'm having more fun playing him than ever. And I wasn't sure, how I would feel, in doing these two films, but I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm finding the characters and the scripts and the stories interesting. And as long as I feel I have something more to offer, I feel it has to continue to grow and develop. As long as it does that, I'm in. Of course, there's way bigger powers of force here, including the people who will hire me and the fans. So we'll see how they react.
Everybody see the Wolverine on July 26th.